Welcome everyone. Today we are diving into a story that has absolutely taken over the internet. You might have seen the headlines screaming that Sheikh Gumi is now backing Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Now, if you know anything about Nigerian current affairs, you know these are two names you rarely see in the same sentence, unless there is a major debate happening. But what exactly is the truth behind this? Is there a new alliance forming between the North and the Southeast? Let's get into the gist. But before we go further, please make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss these deep dives into the stories that matter. The real story started when the famous Kaduna-based cleric, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, appeared on a popular morning program. People were shocked when he started talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, who has been in detention for quite some time. Now, Gumi didn't just wake up and say he's a member of IPOB, not at all. What he said was actually much more strategic. He argued that Nigeria needs a homegrown solution to the insecurity we see everywhere. He pointed out that military force alone hasn't stopped the trouble in the North or the Southeast. Gumi's main point was about fairness. He said if the government can talk to people in the North to find peace, then they should be able to do the same for Nnamdi Kanu. He even went as far as saying that if Kanu shows remorse and is ready to call for peace and unity, he, Sheikh Gumi, would be at the very front of the line calling for Kanu's release and amnesty. Can you imagine that? Sheikh Gumi leading a protest or a campaign to free Nnamdi Kanu. That is the part that has everyone talking. If you find this twist as surprising as I do, please remember to subscribe and like the video to support the channel. This isn't just about Gumi though. This conversation is happening because Nnamdi Kanu was recently handed a life sentence by a federal high court in Abuja on terrorism-related charges. This ruling sent shockwaves through the Southeast, with many leaders calling it a black day for the region. Because of this, influential people like the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, and various Southeast governors are pushing for what they call a political solution. They believe that instead of keeping him behind bars for life, the president should step in and use his power to bring everyone to a peace table. Sheikh Gumi is essentially joining this political solution train. He compared the situation to when former President Shehu Shagari gave amnesty to Ojukwu, or when President Yaradua gave amnesty to Niger Delta militants. Gumi's logic is simple. If it worked before to bring peace, why can't it work now? He believes that if the government shows mercy to one group, they should be open to doing it for others if it means the killing and the unrest will finally stop. It's a very bold stance, and it has made a lot of people in the North and the South stop and think. However, not everyone is happy about this. Some groups in the North are very angry with Gumi for even suggesting this. They feel that Nnamdi Kanu's actions cause too much trouble and that the law must take its full course. On the other side, some IPOB supporters are skeptical, wondering if Gumi's sudden interest is genuine or just a political move. It's a complicated situation with a lot of emotions involved. But one thing is for sure, the fact that a prominent northern cleric is even mentioning amnesty for the IPOB leader shows that the conversation in Nigeria is changing. This gist is getting even deeper because it touches on our unity as a nation. Is it time for us to stop using only guns and start using dialogue? Or should the law be strictly followed no matter what? This is the big question everyone is debating in their offices, in their homes, and all over social media. I want to know what you think about Gumi's offer to lead the campaign for Kanu's release. Do you think this is the handshake across the Naija we've been waiting for? Before I continue with the reaction of the presidency and what this means for the 2027 elections, I need to see your thoughts in the comments. To continue with this hot gist, we have to look at how the government and the people are reacting to Gumi's unexpected offer. Just when everyone thought the tension couldn't get any higher, news broke that Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment in late 2025 on terrorism-related charges. This ruling really shook the nation and made Gumi's call for a political solution even more urgent. Now, if you're finding this update helpful, please remember to like the video and subscribe so we can keep bringing you the latest facts as they drop. The federal government's response has been very firm. They are insisting that the rule of law must be followed and that the court has already spoken. However, Gumi is not backing down. He recently appeared on a major news program and repeated his stance. He said that if Kanu is ready to call for peace and stop the agitations, then the government should be ready to forgive. He even challenged the authorities by saying that our military is not built for guerrilla warfare and that dialogue is the only way to truly stop the unrest in the Southeast and the North. This has put the presidency in a tight spot. On one hand, they want to show that they are tough on crime. On the other hand, the calls for a pardon are coming from every corner, even from the Southeast lawmakers who are begging the president to use his special powers to let Kanu go for the sake of national peace. Gumi is essentially saying, if you can't beat them with guns, why not win them with words? It's a message that is resonating with many Nigerians who are tired of the constant news of violence. But wait, the gist gets even juicier. While Gumi is busy advocating for Kanu, some people are looking at his own history. Critics are asking why Gumi is so interested in negotiating for agitators and bandits. They wonder if he has a deeper motive. In fact, some groups have even called for Gumi's arrest, claiming his interventions are doing more harm than good. But Gumi's response was classic. He called those critics unpatriotic and insisted that he is just a man of peace, trying to save the country from a bigger fire. If you are enjoying this breakdown of the political drama, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and keeps you in the loop. So, where does this leave us? We are currently in a wait-and-see situation. Will Nnamdi Kanu actually show the remorse that Gumi is demanding? Will the president listen to the growing list of voices calling for incumbent? This story is far from over, and it could change the entire political map as we head towards the next big election season. I'll be right here to give you the next update as soon as it breaks. Do you want me to continue with what the Southeast governors are saying about Gumi's offer, or should we look at how this is affecting the security on the ground? Let me know in the comments.